back to my videos, friends, my tutorials. And today's section I is going to discuss about the blocks to you. The blocks is a very important topic for any engineer, friend. So why it is having that much of importance, friends? Listen, friends, somebody says that the blocks and groups are same, but in my experience the blocks and groups are different. Okay, why? So what can do by the block and what can do by the group? The block can do that, combine the objects and it treat like a one object. And if you are going for the groups also, the groups is also going to do that thing only. The grouping means is nothing but number of objects are converted as one object. It means it is a group. But what is main difference is it here? When you create the group or when you create the block, so that blocks and groups we can use onto the plan. How many times means we can use it how many times you want to be. But what is the main difference of it? See, friend, when you are creating the group now, so for suppose if you are taking the 10 group objects we are using on plan. Now we are open one group elements and we have made something changes on that group. Only that group will getting the changes, but not means but other 9 groups will not go into the change automatically. We need to change that. But blocks is not happen like that. Once you create the block and we are using that same block on 10 times in your plan, once you edit something on the block, automatically other blocks is also getting updation what you are making the changes on the block. So that is the difference have the group and the block. Okay, and I'll explain to you how we are going to do the blocks and how many different type of the blocks we have, and I'll going to discuss onto this section. See, friend, in this section I have given only the introduction, but I am not going to discuss as a practical, but in the next section of the tutorials I will be explaining about that particular practical things to you. And even the groups also I can explain to you, so how we do that. Okay, let's start that thing here. So I'll start at the block over here. I just moving that block. See, friend, the blocks are divides into the 4 types. That is, the first one is called block and the next one is called a dynamic block. Okay, and next one is called attribute block, and next one is called W block. Okay, now understand, friends, what is meaning of the block. Already I told you the block means when you are making something changes on the one block element, all the other things will getting changed. So that is the meaning of the block. Okay, and what is the next one? That is dynamic block. See, as what is the necessity of we are using the blocks. For suppose we are taking the civil plan now. In the civil plan we have doors, windows, ventilators. For suppose we are creating the 1 floor and 2nd floor, 3rd floor, and we are creating the 1st floor plan, or we are creating 2nd floor plan or 3rd floor plan. Now in that particular plans now, so we have the doors and the same dimension of the doors we having on the 2nd floor, 3rd floor and 5th floor. So if suppose we have the door one style of the doors having 50 onto the drawings now, so that's why we are made the 50 doors onto the plan. So now suddenly customer is came back and is given something changes on the door 1, then what we need to do? We need to change 50 doors. That's very difficult. But if in case we did that by using of the block now, so that's very easy. We are creating only one block, and the same block we are using other 49 times, and we are making something changes on the one door, all the other doors we getting updation. So that is the speciality of the block. Okay, and here we have, see, if you are creating that blocks and we are creating as a block, then what happens means it will be facing something problems, friend. For suppose customer is came back and is giving something changes on the 2 or 3 doors, but he don't want to be changed that all the other doors what we have. But actually what happens, friends, when you are making the changes on the one block, other blocks will getting updated automatically. But customer is not asking like that. The customer is asking that do you want to be changed only one or two. So they wants to be, means if the customer is asking that, we need to change that. So at that time now, so we can convert that block as dynamic block. Once the block is converted as a dynamic block, then where you wants to be apply the changes, applied it, no problem. And if you want to be getting the all the doors updation, no problem, we can get it. If it is dynamic block, we can do two things, okay, as a block thing, as a dynamic block things, two things we can able to do it. So that is what the dynamic block. But in this dynamic block now, so we have two things, friends, that is parameters and actions. So that I'll going to discuss when I come into the practical section of the dynamic block. I'll definitely discuss with you. So what is parameter, what is action, okay. And next one is coming to the attribute block. This is also very important, friend. For suppose when I'm inserting something object, for that object I wants to be asking the parameters for us, means attributes for that. For suppose I'm install one computer in my house. So I have the I want the 2 or 3 computers in my house now. So in hall I wants to be getting one system, in bedroom I wants to be getting one more system, in child's bedroom is also I wants to be getting one more computer. Then what we need to do, friends? And the 3 computers not having same configuration. The 3 computers are having the different configuration. So we need to be assigned the something attributes to your block, then we are using it at attribute block. So it means we are assigning the attributes to your block, then it sends, this is called as an in the sense we called it as attribute block. And coming to the next one, that is what, friend, is a W block. That's also very simple. See, friend, when you are creating the blocks on the plan, the blocks we can use onto the same plan. We are not able to use that blocks directly onto the next plan. So in the next plan also we need to create that blocks. But if you create the blocks in this particular plan, that blocks we can't able to use directly, but it's possible. So when you are using it, W block, if W block we are using it, it means the blocks we can save it as one new drawing file, and we can use that drawing file into the other drawings also. That is W block. See, friend, this is an introduction I'll explain to you, but practical way I'll going to discuss on the next section of classes. Okay friends, bye. And please subscribe my channel. If you have any doubts now, comment below, and if you have any task to complete, we can attach image on the comment, and I'll definitely help you on that. Okay, thank you.